What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron, and we are gathered here on Maximum Stadium Pulse for our first solo main event over on the FFPC. My hair is all crazy. It's late. It's Saturday night. Who else is out here doing a $2,000 buy-in draft? Man, all right. This is it. This is prime time. This is real steel. We are completely in here, full PPR, tight end premium, FFPC. I have the format in the top right. As always, my rankings are fresh off the press. They are what we will be using for this draft here. You can find them over on Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. You can find that in the description, comment section, pinned in the live chat. I updated everything for the the Brian Robinson news that then snowball affected into Christian McCaffrey, Brian Robinson, Chris Rodriguez, Eckler, Bill Krosky Merritt, all of the above. It is all fresh off the press, ready to go. We are here in the 105 spot. The team name is Austin 316. We got on the WCW shirt. We are here. It's time to just draft a good fantasy football team. No gimmicks. Nothing extra. How are we doing in the chat? I have an idea of what I want to do up top here. We got Love Stars in here. We got J.E. There goes Bijan. Whoa. There goes Lamb. Who's it going to be at 4? Gibbs. Fuck. All right, fine. I'm not going to cry about 105 Brock Bowers. You guys know I've been dying for a Jahmyr Gibbs team. But in tight end premium, I don't know how many times I got to say this, 1.5 PPR. I assume it will be a ton tonight, but we got locked out of tight end bad yesterday. I think this is just where it makes sense. I will be honest, if Bijan or Gibbs got to us, I was fully going to take them over Bowers because I have so much Bowers already. I'm yet to get Gibbs or Bijan. This is how the board fell. In this format, I just think Bowers makes a lot of sense. I'm not going to take Saquon or Jefferson or McCaffrey here. We're going to take Bowers, and we're not going to get shoved in a locker like we did yesterday. Just a very easy pick at 105 with Bowers. I will say this is I think this is my first main event with Bowers, though. I could be wrong. I'm not quite sure. Maybe we did Bowers with Liam and Jacob. No, we didn't. We didn't because we had the turn pick there. I think this is my first Bowers main. We definitely have him on a couple Gorillas and some other teams out there, but that's where we're at. We got OG Fantasy Football in here. I probably should have seen what you guys thought about what I should do there, but I just think in this format it has to be Bowers. Fresh. This is not a fresh cut, brother. It is August. We have not been to the barbershop in forever. I'm trying to grow it out a little bit, but I acknowledge that we are in the awkward stage here. We got Nathan Weaver in here. What's going on? We got Henry Mudo. Yeah, I shouldn't be mad about Bowers. I take that back. Don't let me get mad. I can't be mad about Bowers, all right? I cannot be mad about Bowers. I'm just saying I wanted Gibbs. But the nightmare scenario truly was if instead of Lamb, Bowers went because we have so much Lamb already. That wouldn't have been fun. So I'm very much fine. Yes, it is a managed league. The settings are in the top right, fellas. 1.5 tight end premium. 108 Jefferson. That's pretty sweet for that guy. Neighbors goes off the board. I will say, too, fellas, I did get a new audio interface. So my mic should be all the way fixed. I don't know if you guys can notice, but the past few days, or actually, if you guys could check for me, that would be sick. But the past few days, if you've cranked up the volume, you could hear like a I think we fixed it. Yeah, no, Bowers in this format, you can't, there's no reason to, me being mad about that, I think was short-sighted and childish, is what I'll say. But all right, let's see what comes back. Bowers should be 101. I don't hate that take, but I just have a lot of Bowers right now. Bowers over Genti, yeah. I think McBride over Bowers is crazy, but I understand that their baseline projection is very similar, but I just think Bowers has so much more upside. Yep, good call. Very excited for your idiot league mates, yes, sir. But I believe that Bauer's ADP is wrong, is kind of what it comes down to. Explain the thumbnail. I don't know. I'm just trying to get you guys to click things. No, say it isn't so. 2K draft is crazy. I will say, I always say this, like, this is my full-time job. I don't know. Maybe it would be smarter financially to, like, to just play in a couple leagues and give you guys advice, but I don't know. I truly do have aspirations. Like, I want to take one of these down. I want to win. I've won tens of thousands of dollars in fantasy football, but I truly want to win six figures. I do want I want the accolades. I'm confident that I could hop into any work league or home league with buddies and do just fine, but I want real hardware. And I think it would be really good. I think if I could win one of these things one of these years, you know, I'm only 24, I'd be one of the I'd be like one of the youngest winners ever. So I don't know. I have dreams and aspirations, whatever. I'm lucky. I don't have kids. The plan is to move out after the season, but I got spare change is all I'll say. You know what I mean? We got the lads through in here. What's going on? People are saying the audio is good. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let me know if it sounds any differently. It should have, like, if you're an audio freak out there, it's a little bit different in terms of gain. Is kind of what they call it, but yeah. I just think Bauer's a much better player, man. Dude, Bauer set the rookie record for receptions last year and had the best points per game ever for a rookie tight end. And Trey McBride couldn't beat out Zach Ertz as a rookie. Like, it's two. McBride is fine, but in terms of talent, it is two different levels. It's two different levels. Damn, there goes Brian Thomas. All right. Just win the Patreon? Hell yeah. I was hoping London would come back to me, lad. I was. Did not happen. I have two guys I'd like here, but I'm pretty queasy about both of them going. A.J. Brown. All right, so we lock in one of two guys here. Chase Brown. All right, we're going HN, and we are ecstatic about it, is what I'll say. Without really thinking about it much, too, I think. Yeah, we're going to go HN. All right, that's fun. That's fun. What do you guys think? I know we're a little squeamish on HN because of the hamstring and stuff. Or not, or no, it's like the calf or whatever, but 208. Fine by me, brother. He was my 108 before there was any calf issues. I absolutely still get, like I said when I came in here, this is 100 stadium pulse right now. All right, we're having fun. We're having fun. Look at that, 2 rounds in and without a receiver. Look at me go, fellas. Look at me go. 1.5 means 1.5 PPR points. So every tight end gets 1.5 PPR. There goes Bucky. Jacobs off the board. JT gone. See what comes back. So Kittle goes. It's a fun start. Let's just not screw it up, huh? Damn, so Lad goes. This is gonna be tough. We're gonna have to decide on. We're gonna probably have to stare T. Higgins in the face and figure it out. You guys hate when I take T. I think there's only one player I would take over T here. Unless you guys want to state your claim as to why I shouldn't do it. I don't know. Everyone hates T. Everyone hates T. Hampton. Yeah, so that was the only running back I would take ahead of T. And T goes anyways. All right, so you're going to save me from myself. All right, I'm not taking Tyreek and I'm not taking Allen. So that's pretty fucked up, I'll be honest. That's about as poorly as that could have gone. I think it's Henderson versus Kenneth Walker for me here. Do we just buy into the Trevion Henderson hype? People want JSN? I think I'd rather go double running back here. I'm going Trevion Henderson. I am. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. I don't know. I thought that was a tough decision. I was hoping for Hampton or T. We get sniped, but I'm not going to bitch about it when we get Bowers 5 and we get a falling Achane. I don't know. We're having fun. We're having some fun. Tet was the pick. Come on, guys. I like receivers as much as next time. Now I got the green light. That's kind of the funny part about this build is now I have the green light. I can take as many receivers as I want. I'm also kind of glad we went running back. It seems like this is a more running back heavy room, right? Like Walker, we're not going to like any of the running backs that come back to 4 outside of I guess Harvey. Why not? Let's live a little. A great David Kitchen once said, let's live a little. I'm happy we didn't force a receiver here, is kind of all I'll say. Just knowing how running backs just flew off. Because I will be honest, we took Henderson, and then somehow, some way, Walker came back to this pick. I would have been pretty bummed, but... I mean, he put Robust RB in the name. He came to do one thing. Yeah, I don't know. I could have broken a tie away from Henderson with the Week 14 bye, but I don't know. Guys that I respect so much keep on, almost daring me to throw up Trevion Henderson even higher. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I saw Ted do I saw Ted do I mean I saw Ship Chasing do Ted that early. I can't get there, but I get it. Yeah, I mean we did a big gorilla earlier in the offseason. We got late 4 Henderson. We got our bags packed on Henderson at this point. Now I have Henderson on 2 mains. I got Henderson on 2 mains. A gorilla. So yeah, we're at like we probably got like 30%, 40% Henderson right now. Actually more like 25, 30% Henderson on redraft teams or managed teams. But I don't know. All the cool kids are taking Henderson at 301, so I had to. At that point, we were reaching anyways. I guess like we've seen Henderson go 301 before, so people like this start. Hell yeah. So Burrow goes, Brees goes, JSN goes. As you guys know, I'm old school. The ticker, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. I'm using my rankings. I will say I do have Walker. I do have it Walker, Cook, Kyron, Trevion, but they're all back to back. And sometimes you got to live a little and just take the fun one. This guy taking an unstacked Burrow here is curious. Over Hurts and Daniels. There goes Daniels. This is a 4-point. Oh, DKB, you know what's about to go down, brother. You know what's about to go down. People in the chat tell me to go Hurts. I'm telling you guys like it can't be Hurts here. I implore anyone in front of me to just take Hurts. The vibes are so bad on Tyreek right now that he's like, if he was to get back to us, he'd be a tough button click. I mean, he'd be highest on my rankings. I'd be tempted to. Wow, this guy's getting timed out. Is he going to say anything in chat? There goes Garrett. Tyreek off the board. So we do not have to take him anymore. Tech goes. That's a bummer. We think Team 6 takes another running back. Yeah, Team 8 played this very well. Damn, Devontae goes. Marv goes. All right, so we're going to actually kind of sprint to the podium and take Mike Evans here. That's where I'm at. I would love to kind of bounce ideas off of you guys for a second here, but I don't want to overthink it. I think that this is just very simply Mike Evans. Yeah. Mike Evans at the 408 with all of the Tampa Bay injuries and stuff. We're having fun. This is kind of a... Actually, no, with Henderson, it's not a boomer draft, but... There goes Metcalf. You can have him. Oh, we're cooking. We're cooking. We're having a blast. Everyone leave a like in the chat. We're having fun. We're not taking a wide receiver till round 4. People accuse me, oh my god, a 4'11 Emeka Egbuka. It's like an arms race of how high the market's going to force me to push Emeka Egbuka. I don't know what to do about it. It's literally an arms race. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to say his name out loud, Terry McLaurin. We took him yesterday, and I feel like Mike Evans already kind of gives us that high floor option. I don't know if I want to go McLaurin. Like, he's going to be probably my highest ranked player when he comes back, if he comes back. That's why I'm saying it out loud. I'd love for somebody to just take him off the menu. There goes Sutton. Fellas, I'm begging you guys. I'm going to get to the super chat after I make this pick, but if you're going to send a $10 super chat, my Patreon with my rankings and everything is literally $10. I cannot stress enough. It's a much better investment than super chats. I cannot stress enough. There goes McLaurin anyways. Okay. Oh, this is going to get dicey, guys. It's going to get real dicey here. I'm going to have to debate like Travis Hunter. All right, we're sprinting to take Pickens. I made sure not to mention Pickens out loud, just praying he would get there, fellas. Sprinting to grab Pickens. All right, now we're having fun. Now we are having fun, guys. We are having fun. We are having a blast, is all I can say. You put the super chat in twice, man. I cannot trust enough. Everybody in here, just get. I promote it. I don't know how much more I could talk about the rankings. My entire rankings are out there. If your question is just very simply Warren or Charbonnet, I have Warren ahead in my rankings. I have Warren 85. I have Charbonnet 90. That you could have access to for 1 more cent. Best draft I've seen you draft so far. We'll see how we land this plane. Things always get a little wonky. Harvey goes. People don't like the Pickens pick. It's all good, man. I'll have enough fun for the both of us with the Pickens pick. This is a very fun team. There goes Hubbard. That guy really took Kamara 307, huh? Respect. There goes DJ Moore. We got Flett in here. What's going on? What's going on? I like Olave too, man. People kill me for liking Olave. I get it. The offense is going to be pretty brutal, so it might be very frustrating, but he's a good player. How am I not a mod? I'll fix that. I will say Making people mods is a bitch, man. You gotta like, I gotta like find your channel and then like link your channel into the back end of YouTube. Like, I wish I could just simply click on your thing right now and just be like, okay, this guy's a mod. There goes Pollard. We'd like to see this. Take all the running backs. I'm not thinking about RB for some time. Well, you're the man, Henry. You're the man. What do we got? How many picks until we're up? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I do love the thing about getting Bowers here is I don't got to worry about the fuck ass tight ends the rest. Dude, yesterday I was stressing about the tight ends. Good JMO pick. Yesterday I was stressing about tight end. You don't got to worry about tight end forever. I'm not bought into the. I guess like if wide receiver and running back, it would have to be like wide receiver and running back would have to get so depleted, and then just like a crazy tight end value to the point where it's like, yes, this guy's a better flex option for sure. But look at this guy. I love that he's true to his name, robust RB. He's really about that action. Is there an easy way to cross out the selected picks on your rankings? Yeah, I have like a little checkbox next to it says like drafted question mark. It's a column. I would recommend copying the rankings, making your own sheet, and then you can just click drafted as you go. That's what I'm doing on my other monitor right here. There goes Hawk. There is very much Bowers fatigue. It's something as well with like Laporta not being good last year. Yeah, let's get some tight ends here. 8 through 10 all feel live to take a tight end as well. Take Tyler Warren. Now, the idea of double elite tight end feels a lot more cooler than actually doing double elite tight end. Yeah, I'm not pen and paper, but I'm clicking players off as we go on the Excel sheet. All right, things are getting a little bit rough here, is what I'll say. I only got 3 names I want here, and then things get real dicey. I think things are going to get real dicey looking at it now. I'm trying to think through some backup plans. Wow. All right. It's about as poorly as that could have gone right there. Let me know if there's anyone on the board that I'm like forgetting about, but I don't think so. I think it's You're right, Thomas, but we've gotten like middle of the 6th round like Flowers and Hunter before. It's not that crazy. So Pacheco goes. We think Robust RB takes another running back. Swift. And then we sprint to take Rashee Rice. Snap pick Rashee Rice. Now we're having some fun, fellas. Look, I'm trying to win a mill. I'm trying to win a mill. That's where I'm at. I think we're playing this extremely well. People are telling me why Rashee Rice is going to play, whatever. 6th round, we're taking it. So Judy goes. Kelsey's now gone. Guy took Slick Rick right before us. We got options. We got options. There goes good Tyler Warren pick. That's a really good Tyler Warren pick. If Rice went, I would have thought about it. Damn, there goes Odunze. Yeah, would have liked Odunze. Would have liked Golden. I needed K9. All right, we're going to think about this next pick. Once this guy takes somebody. All right, so who do you guys want? I'm Olave or Addison here. Olave or Addison. I kind of lean Olave just because he's not suspended, and we probably, with Rice, we probably need those points. I think I go with the Rice. I know that like you can galaxy brain away where Addison gets suspended the first 3 games and Rice has a strong start, but there's a world where Rice's suspension, he serves it like weeks 1 on, and then we get this team screwed. So I'm just gonna go Olave here. I think so. Because that Rice suspension isn't official, and we just kind of need guys. We just kind of need guys to get on base. I know that's my bad for asking you guys. I honestly shouldn't have even said Addison out loud, because the way his ADP is, there sometimes he can come back. But I don't know. You guys all hate Olave. I think Olave in the middle of the 7th is more than fine as my wide receiver 4. The thing is, we don't know when Rice is going to be suspended. We have an idea of when Rice will be suspended. I don't need to build the longest yard team where, like, if Rice serves a suspension beginning of the season, which isn't out of the question, I'm all of a sudden having issues. That's what I'm hoping for, Bruce. I think I kind of fucked myself by saying it out loud that like maybe one of these guys are watching, but we'll see. Yeah, get me Diggs off an ACL at age 31. Yeah, I guess that should have been the pick. You just got to miss me with that, sadly. So Andrews is gone. Ingram gone. So then we got options on the way back that I'm fond of. Sebastian, I'm looking at the ADP. We have somebody that said that they had a main event draft earlier today where he did come back. I promise. There's a chance. And if he doesn't, then fair play, man. We already did the suspension thing with Rice. I don't got to build out the whole wide receiver room with convicts. You guys keep telling me to draft. I'm not drafting any mid tight ends, fellas. I love y'all, but like I'm not like Jake Ferguson not doing anything for this team, I promise. Why does he's over 30? He's coming off an ACL, man. I think he's fine, but I'm just not crazy about him. Is what I'm trying to say. I think Olave is a better player. All right, there goes Caleb. People are taking running backs off the board. You could talk me into Mahomes here at 8, but we do have setups to Dak and Baker as well. I don't think we have to force it at all. Team 1's my burner. I don't hate trying the 0 RB thing here, but I think Ingram is really cute. You already got wide receiver through the flex +1. This should have just very easily have been Montgomery or Aaron Jones, whoever you prefer there, and that would have been a fine start. That's my 2 cents. But Team 1's very live to take Mahomes, I will say as well, but I'm not going to cry if we don't get him. I've drafted Debo on these teams before. I just have him comfortably behind Olave and Addison in this format. I once stacked Debo to Daniels and got killed in the chat for it, which, by the way, I really like that team now. We'll look at that later. So Warren, Caleb Johnson off the board. There goes Diggs. Sebastian wants me to take 8th round Baker Mayfield. It ain't happening. It ain't happening, I promise. I deal with it every draft. It's insane. Like I try and harp about it. Like I harped on in today's video with Bo Nix. Like if you miss out the 5 quarterbacks who have gone now, there is no reason to be the first one to the table on the next one, unless if it's completing a stack at a relative value. Is my overall philosophy, is what I would say. But again, I have 3 different stack options here, and there's no reason to pay up for any of them. Rattler Olave. There goes Jennings. There's Addison. All right. That's fine. JCM there. Okay. No, Jacoby was on my mind, but with him gone. There goes Bake. I got to be honest, fellas, with the way this went, I think this should be Mahomes. You guys are saying Downs, though. I think I'm going Mahomes. I don't think that there's anybody like what Henry's saying. I don't think there's anybody available that's worth taking over Mahomes. I think that we're going to like the options on the way back here. So we'll go Mahomes. Why not? And we'll hope that Mahomes to Rashee Rice is what you need down the stretch, I think. I think that's what we got to do. Mahomes is my next best ranked player, too. That's what I was hoping for. One of Addison, Jennings, Debo, like all one, two, three, 4, 5. I was looking for one of those 5 to come back, but that's fine. Yep. Could have talked me into a running back there too, but there's just none in this area that I'm crazy about. That's where my head was at. There's no reason to pull anybody up. Somebody's lighting off fireworks. I think Team 1 wanted Mahomes there, if I'm being honest. They missed out on Burrow. I think that they were live to take Mahomes. I'm very happy to get him in a main event, Mahomes. A little sad that he's stacked to Rice and not Worthy for me, but here we're betting on Rashee to get a really light suspension and for this Chiefs offense to bounce back, so I'm fine with it. But yeah, I like Mahomes a lot. And I know I keep on saying that I don't like taking the middle quarterbacks. To me, I have Mahomes closer to Burrow than I do the Baker, Dak, everybody else tier. Wow, and all the running backs are evaporating as this guy gets to the 1-2 turn. Dude, you gotta shut up about Baker, man. He threw for a career high 40 touchdowns and set a career high in rushing yards per game. He's not going to replicate that. I'm very curious to see what this guy does on the turn. So Judkins off the board, ETN gone, Tyrone Tracy gone. He goes Scatabo. I like Scatabo. But man, this Ingram pick had to be Montgomery or Aaron Jones, man. And this is why 0RB gets a bad rap. I think people sometimes they get too cute with it sometimes. I don't know what Ingram does for this team. Then he goes Dobbins. Not bad, but again, if this was Aaron Jones or Montgomery, I'd be like, this is a sweet team. No, he doesn't have to take Knicks. I guess the Kittle bye week is the only way you can spin the Ingram pick, but even then, dude, just take, I don't know, just take Zach Ertz later or something and figure it out later. I like Scatterbo. So there's a unstacked Bo next. So you guys go. Unstacked Bo goes. Shakir goes. I think it's Josh Downs. You guys wanted Josh Downs pretty heavy? We like Josh Downs? I'm between Josh Downs and Jaden Reed. But with the Daniel Jones stuff, I think Josh Downs becomes very interesting. I have him back-to-back in the rankings. Yeah, we'll go Downs. I think the Daniel Jones thing is a genuine upgrade for him. I have them both really close. I wish I did a quick Twitter doctored timeline search of like which one of these are more significant. In my head, the Reed's injury seems more significant. Clicking's gone? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go, man. Let's fucking go. Now, if you're Pittman over Josh Downs, you don't know ball. Feels good about Josh Downs' hamstring for week 1. Okay. That's all I got to hear from Steichen. Yeah, Loveland could have been considered there, but I think we'll be happy about this. I think so. Just because we took our first wide receiver in round 4, I'd rather just really lay it on thick at wide receiver. But people in the chat can certainly give me credit for not being a ADP hungry hound, because Colston Levin goes about a round earlier than Josh Downs there. ESPN moved JCM to 82? Holy shit. All right. Respect. All right, so there's Jaden Blue, Pittman, Coleman. Ari Room's dead. I'm begging you guys to read the top right. I don't know how much further, I don't know how much bigger I can make this for you guys, man. All right, so blue, Braylon Allen. I don't know what I'm looking at next. I think you guys are going to be mad if I go receiver again, but I'm certainly looking at receiver. Again, we didn't take one until round 4, so I don't hate the idea of like +2 through round 10. Calculus is a little bit different in tight end premium, where things get pushed back, though. So you can definitely make the case of like round 11 being more than fine for another wide receiver pick. I'll kind of keep an eye on the receiver tier and kind of go from there. I have a couple of things I'm keeping an eye on, is what I'll say. I have a couple of things I'm keeping an eye on, is all I can really say. So do you think you're Loveland over Downs? I don't know. I could see it. We definitely got handed a really nice price on Loveland there. But again, like, oh, fuck. I wanted Tootin. I wanted Tootin pretty bad there. That sucks. All right, now it's time to pivot. That was plan A, B, and C was Tootin there. I'll be honest with you guys. All right, so Kraft gone, Loveland gone, Goddard now gone. Kyler goes. I got a couple ideas. There's Kyle Pitts. Jake Ferguson goes 709. Jake Ferguson, huh? There's Eckler. Fuck. I knew he was going to do that. All right. All right. I knew he was going to do it. I think we got to just do the burden. I think so. Give me Iguodala. Yeah, for me, I really wanted Reed there, and then if not, I had 3 receivers on my mind of Luther Burden, Jaden Higgins, and Chris Godwin. But I figure we already have Evans, and if I'm between Jaden Higgins and Luther Burden with $2,000 on the line, it's Luther Burden. It just is. It just is. And if that's wrong, I don't want to be right. And if that's wrong, I do not want to be right. That's all I can say. Would have loved to in there, but I could have played the receiver game and taken a running back, but there wasn't a running back available that I was that crazy about. Now we're gonna get forced to want to take running back here, but I got to be honest with you guys. If Higgins or Godwin come back, I'm gonna be very tempted to just take one and then truly be done at receiver. Which is very funny that we're gonna push running back to such an extreme length here, but that's where my mind goes. And I'm just being transparent, and I'm saying it out loud because I would like them to save me from me. He takes Jaden Higgins. The guy at the turn. I'm telling you, Henry, the guy at the turn was taking Burden. I just think so. I just think me and him seem like we're on the same page here. Taking Tet in the fourth? No, I have Tet as a fourth round. I have him at my 43rd ranked player, so mid to late third. So what do you guys think? If Godwin gets back here, do I take Godwin? Because I do think Godwin is a fun option here as like late season upside. Him and Mike Evans could both crush. Or we just take our medicine and start spamming running backs here. Let me know. Godwin or RB? So there's Spears, Algier. There goes Christian Kirk. There goes Ertz. No, we'll take our fucking medicine. I think this has to be Tank Bigsby for me. I think so. I think Tank Bigsby in the 11th round just makes a lot of sense. No, it's got to be Godwin, guys. It's got to be Godwin. It's got to be. It's got to be. You guys are going to hate me for that. But you just got to trust. You got to just trust, guys. And then we're for real done at running back. That was what was in my head, Henry. Maybe looking back, if that was the case, I don't know. I don't know that I would have done any of those differently. The only running back I would have taken there would have been Basil 2, and he doesn't come back. Do I prefer Tootin over Downs there? I don't think so. You can hate on Downs over Loveland now. You certainly can. You certainly can. The issue really is that I don't know. Hindsight is 2020. Godwin in these rooms goes 10-01. So 11th round Godwin I think was really tough with the new news. Burden may be a luxury pick, but I thought one of Burden, Higgins, and Godwin were going to go. At the Downs pick, it was tough to think that at 10 and 11 we were going to get good options. But I will say, Burden and Godwin are guys that we won't feel comfortable starting until end of season. You got to remember, too, we're also trying to load up this team in a way that, like, Rashee Rice doesn't sink us. Just think about this construction for a second before you guys get on me about taking so many receivers here. We didn't take a single receiver until round 4. Rashee Rice has suspension issues. So that's really 1, 2, 3, 4 that we can rely on. Burden as a rookies, we're not going to be startable until late season. Godwin not till late season. This is a team that's going to surge down the stretch is kind of what I'm hoping for. No, I enjoy stacking my team with rookies. Henry's saying this is a fun team. I would love to have this team. Henry's the man. Tight end premium. Top right corner, fellas. I like this team too. That's what I'm saying. Like the beauty of this team is I'm really hoping for a scenario where like week 13, 14, 15, I have an embarrassment of riches through the flex spot. That's the hope. Whiskey, please be trolling. You got to be trolling. Tell me that the audio's, fellas. People were saying that the audio was fixed. Please. Don't do me like this. There goes Ayuk. All right, so wide receiver, I'm telling you guys, you have my word. You have my word. No more wide receivers on this team. On everything I love, there's no more wide receivers on this team. I promise. Look, man, if HN isn't healthy, then my team's fucked anyways. It's kind of what it has to, like, it's just what it is, you know? It's just kind of it's the mindset I draft with. Is Brian Robinson draftable here? I don't think so. Najee's actually kind of a good pick there. I have one guy I want really bad here. I have one guy I want really bad. There goes Purdy. So Purdy's gone. Najee's gone. Shad White gone. Let's see. Did anybody stream a main event like today? I should just look at my draft board from yesterday, to be honest. There's Keenan Allen. There goes Marvin Mims. Fields. I think I'm going to go Ford. I feel like Ford, like if Judkins doesn't play week 1, Samson's a rookie. I feel like Ford can give me like 9 points in week 1 if I need it. So I'm going Jerome Ford. That's where I'm at. That's who I was hoping got back to us. People want Ollie, but I'm not super into drafting Achan's backup, but I guess it's late enough. But I'm trying to hit on, like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to hit on like Chase Brown's fucking backup. That's really what these roster spots are for here at the end. Brother, I'm trying to win a mill. Yeah, exactly. I like the Ford pick a lot. Who's infiltrated the chat? You think I went too far at receiver? I never go too far at receiver. That's the thing. Oh, you wanted Ollie Gordon. I see. I don't know. I think the only pick I regret is, I guess, Downs over Loveland, but I also don't really regret it. I'll be honest. Yeah, there's 2 flexes for receiver. Like Henry says, you start 4, not 2. And, like, of course you can flex a running back, but when we get to Downs area here, like, Jaden Blue, Braylon Allen, even Basil Toon, who I love, none of these guys are out projecting Josh Downs in the flex spot, you know? I like this team. Matt doesn't like the team. Tight end premium. The format's in the top right. Would you write to the commissioner, just let it go since we don't? Yeah, I like this team a lot. This is a solo main event team. We obviously still got to land the plane, but there's really not much more. There's really not much we can do to screw this up. We definitely want to think about like a backup tight end eventually, but also, while there's still pretty good running backs on the board, there's not really a need to. What do you guys think? Are we taking Nick Chubb here? Are we actually going to take Nick Chubb? I'd rather just start hammering out handcuffs. Fine. No, we already did the week 1 option with Ford. We're just going to start taking whatever I want. Oh, some of you guys threw out a good name that I wish I took. Should I draft the backup quarterback on this team? I absolutely could. I could. What's out there in terms of backup quarterbacks and tight ends? We got to definitely think about that a little bit. Goff, Herbert, McCarthy. None of these stacked to anybody, which isn't a big deal. Right? Bowers, HN. Yeah, no. Ford, Shipley. You're telling me that Shipley's not a good pick if Saquon was to go down? Please tell me, elaborate on that, Lance. I do think the name L. Lance is quite fitting. Yeah, Keaton Mitchell. I wish I took Keaton Mitchell. I keep on trying to push him further up the rankings, and I don't have him I don't have him far enough. I wish I took Keaton Mitchell there. He's a great pick. Shipley could absolutely be a league winner. Like, Shipley's the clear RB2. If Saquon goes down, Shipley also has a 3-down skill set. But I've been taking a lot of Shipley is really the only downside. I'm trying to mix in more Keaton Mitchell, which we obviously didn't do just right now, but that's fine. So Lauren's gone. Who are like the quarterbacks? Not crazy about them. Who are like the tight ends that are? When does Bowers have his bye? Week 8? I don't think I'm going to draft a backup quarterback. I feel like I will ask Bruce as somebody that also drafts in the main event. What do you think with Mahomes? I don't know. I could draft a backup quarterback, but I get till week 10 to find the backup option. But to be fair, Mahomes has been kind of brutal the last 2 years. If I do find myself in a spot where I don't want to start him, I probably will draft a backup quarterback. And it's not even so much betting against him. It's just that even if Mahomes doesn't hit, this team isn't dead. I know exactly who I'm taking here. There's one guy and one guy only for this pick. People are saying don't take another quarterback. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. People drop quarterback. Quarterbacks emerge off the waivers. J Money saying this is a sick team. Appreciate it. No, I don't think any of you guys are going to know who I'm going to take here. I am stoked that the audio is nice. I don't want to jinx anything, but it seems to look good here. You resubscribe for the fixed audio. Yeah, if you're in here, fellas, leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. The rankings I'm using here are off Patreon. They are the rankings that I would provide to you guys. I use them when I'm drafting as well. Subscribe. Leave a like. Posted a video today as well, like an hour before I went live. So make sure when you're done here, you check that out. Because really not super smart to do that, but what's this guy going to do? Come on, bud. Don't do this to me. Some of you guys knew it in the chat, but we're going straight to Harold Fannin. Come on down, brother. Come on down. Hoping that by week 8, we need Fannin to be in there by week 8. I love Fannin, dude. He looked so good today. I think he's going to have a role. I think there's a chance that Njoku gets traded at the deadline. I really like Fannin. I keep taking him on all these tight end premium teams, man. Now, I think the rest of this team just has to be not wide. You guys know how programmed I am. I think it just has to be running back rest of the way. You could certainly talk me into Cade Otton as well, but I think holding 3 tight ends with Brock Bowers is probably a dumb idea. 3 tight ends with Brock Bowers is probably pretty dumb, and we should just spam running back rest of the way. I know Henry wants me to go defense. I can't do it. I can't do it. I know you want it, but it can't happen. This is the part of the stream where you guys give me some fun late round running back options here. You know what, Henry? If it comes back, I think I might. If it comes back, I think I will. Henry, you have my word. How about that? You have my word. If it comes back, I will. Oh, we get sniped. Henry, I swear to God, I would have if it came back. Yeah, good calls in the chat. This has to be Brashard Smith. Free look week 1. Correlates to Mahomes. Love stars. That's next on the menu, but I don't think he comes back. That is next on the menu, but I don't think he comes back. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, Chris Rodriguez is already gone. We got sniped on Rodriguez. That's fine. Yeah, no, I was starting to get pretty stoked about that. I couldn't justify Denver over Fannin. I like Fannin. I genuinely think that Fannin could be a league winner. In this format on FFPC, they allow you to draft after the Thursday and Friday night games on week 1. So to offset the advantage of already knowing the scores, if you draft anybody in the Dallas Eagles or is it Chiefs Chargers games, you then get to see what their score is in week 1 and then decide if you want to lock them into your lineup. It's a little whack, to be honest, but it's just a way for these sites to allow entries into their contest for as long as possible is really what it comes down to. Like, I have I don't even know if I'm going to stream it, which is kind of dumb, but I have a couple of, I always do it because some of the best teams out there get drafted after the Thursday and Friday night games, so I'll have probably a handful of teams I draft on Saturday after those 2 games. Like the best team I've drafted in high stakes it won $10,000. That's the best W I've gotten so far. We're trying to do better than that this season. I drafted after the Thursday night game. I believe it was Bills-Rams. If you guys remember, it was Bills-Rams. So I think this was 2022. It was Bills-Rams, and Akers got completely leapfrogged by Darrell Henderson. Everybody panicked, and Akers went from like a 3rd-round pick to like a 9th-round pick in this format. So I just took him in the 9th round. He sat on my bench all season, but if you remember that year, I actually want to check out his game logs. He was a league winner down the stretch, and he actually won me a bunch of money. And it wouldn't have been possible if not for the discount. But on the flip side, like after last year, Saquon went from a mid-second to like the 101 over that weekend, which rightfully so, to be honest. But that gave the advantage to the teams I drafted earlier, because if you drafted Saquon 101, you probably weren't going to beat the teams that got him at 208 or 209 or whatever. Oh, RT Sports doesn't do the free look. Huh. No, my concern with Fannin is, I don't know, Fannin scoring the touchdown today I think is tough. 5th grade is a great accomplishment. I appreciate that. Yeah, the OC only being 10K to 5th was sort of rough, but I'll take it. What was I about to look up? Oh, yeah, I want to look up Cam Akers' game logs from that year. It was 2022. He wasn't even really a league winner. Maybe was it 2023? Am I an idiot? Maybe I'm misremembering. Was it 2021? Was it 23? Is this just a figment of my imagination? I don't know. Yeah, good call. Good call. I don't know why it wasn't updating for me. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, he ended the year with he gave me 34 points when I needed 34. Yeah, that's what it was. He ended the year week 16 and week 17. His final 3 game logs in that year was 118 yards, 123 yards, 104 rushing yards. And they played versus the Bills, yeah, where he got 3 attempts for 0 yards, yeah. And everybody went crazy. Honestly, rightfully so. He was a terrible pick that year, but down the stretch, he was like not a league winner, but was low key nice, especially for a team like me. You guys know I probably pushed it pretty hard at running back. So getting a 34 bomb from him in week 16 was huge. Yeah, I like what you guys are putting down here. This is again the part of the draft where you can just sell me on any running back. Oh, Sean Tucker would have been nice. We got Tom Anderson in here. Just for you, Tom, I'll run through the team we just drafted. So from the 5 spot, this is 1.5 PPR points of the tight end position. We go Brock Bowers, Devon Achane, Trevion Henderson, Mike Evans, George Pickens, Rashee Rice, Chris Olave, Mahomes, Josh Downs, Luther Burden, Chris Godwin, Jerome Ford, Will Shipley, Harold Fannin, Brashard Smith. A pretty aggressive double hero RB build, but I am trying to win $1 million. So everybody just lock in with me. Fellas, I might want to go Dameon Pierce, man. What if Dameon Pierce is the RB1? You're probably my all-time favorite guy to watch do a live stream draft. I appreciate that, man. I hope I do a decent job of making these entertaining for you guys. I think they're fun for me too. Like my best teams that I've drafted have been on stream because you guys, I don't always bend to the will of the chat, but having a third party supervise me is good. I'm going to go Dameon Pierce. We're going to see if he's the RB1. I don't know. I don't know if he is. I don't think he will, but because there was my best team on NFC. Sadly, it didn't place as highly as the Akers team, but my best team in the regular season I've ever had was on stream, where essentially the whole chat, I took Eckler up top when he finished as RB1 overall. I don't take a running back for the next 7 rounds, as you guys know. We stay doing that all the time. And then round 8, Josh Jacobs stares me in the face, and everybody in chat is begging me to take Josh Jacobs. I give in. We take Jacobs, and that team ends up doing really, really well. Where we pretty much had a double hero RB build there, where Jacobs was a top 5 running back. That was 2022 as well, where Jacobs was a monster, and so was Eckler. Well, the streams, I'm glad I get to do them for you guys. I will say too, I don't know, in terms of like stream scheduling, you guys know I do this kind of out of my ass in terms of when I want to do things, but I get asked all the time about Superflex. Here's what I'm thinking, okay? I think Monday night, because Tuesday I'm drafting in Your Idiot League Mates with the BDG guys. That's a Superflex league. I think on Monday we'll do like an underdog BBM, and then I'll invite 11 dudes from the chat, and we just do a Superflex mock draft, like 30-second timer, just to get a feel for what that might look like. And then also, I think on the Patreon, I will say I'm not going to promise to update this, but I will make I will make a set of Superflex rankings that I will be using for that draft, and I will make it available on the Patreon. So if you have a Superflex draft coming up, you can use it. Again, I can't promise, like, what's that going to be? August, like 25th, it'll be out. The only thing I'll be updating after that will be just like the master sheet. So it'll be kind of like a quick expiration date on the Superflex rankings, but you will have a set if you are out there. Because I know I get that question all the time, and I don't play Superflex, but I've kind of been strong-armed into playing Superflex because I love the BDG guys. So I think that'll be great for those of you guys out there that have a Superflex draft coming up. And even you can just be like, okay, this is kind of how Ron would go into a draft. So I think that'll be good. Yes, sir. You want Subway servers on the screen? You're actually kind of onto something there. I debated we could do Superflex Best Ball, but I feel like Best Ball makes it a little bit of a different environment with the Superflex. Because I think it almost makes it... I think that it almost pushes up quarterback even more in the Best Ball format, where you'll have guys like, you'll have like Daniel Jones go in those. I don't know. I'll think about it. I could be down for a FFPC one, but then that also has tight end premium. I want to get it as close to the format of the BDG one as possible. Can't wait to see you actually trade players. We'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty anti-trading, which is funny because for someone that during the season will make, here's 5 players you got to go trade for. I mean, that'll be a fun league because everyone's experts and stuff. So I will probably, I'll kick around, but like I will say, I like Danny's my dog from Stock Exchange and all those guys. I got to be honest, like I'm not making any trades until after week 1. Like the team I draft, like my team is on the floor. That is truly my mindset. My team is on the floor. Unless if you're giving me a crazy value I can't refuse. My team's on the floor until there's a problem I need to solve is kind of my mindset at least. But yeah. No, we're I don't know how much I should be saying here, but I also don't care. I think it's good pub for them regardless. And meanwhile, as I've been yapping, I no longer have any good dart throws lined up here. I keep taking the same ones. I'm taking Kareem Hunt. I am. I'm taking Kareem Hunt. Give me 2 free looks. Give me 2 of them. Give me 2 of them. Yep. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. My team's on the floor. They're going to offer me my guys, you think? I don't know. We'll see. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. The draft order is getting decided by like a simulated race on the thing. So we're not going to know our draft slots until literally like 10 minutes before we draft. So... That's what I'm saying. Give me a free look at Hunt and Brashard Smith, and we're cooking there. Sawston, absolutely, brother. I love that boy. I don't know if he's actually going to amount to anything, but... Oh, yeah, I want to show you guys this as well. So, it's actually so funny how these things... And it's what I always try and tell myself when I get upset about a team I drafted. What was it? I think it was... Never Seen 17. Actually, I don't think it was. No, it was not. It was all caps. I lost sleep this night because I thought that this team was trash. I think it's actually not terrible. So we drafted from here, and we took 110 Devon Achane, which is hilarious considering where he goes now, but it happens to the best of us. But we go Achane. This is a team I got upset about because I felt like we got too cute at wide receiver. We go Puka T. We go Achane, Puka T, Daniels, Hunter, Flowers. So wide receiver through the flex. I take Egbuka here. 7'10 Egbuka looks awesome now. This Debo pick I feel bad about. I wish that this was Tyler Warren instead. I think that this team would be much better if it was Tyler Warren instead of Debo. But we take Debo, and we kind of save this team where we go Tank Scatabo, whatever, Kyle Pitts, Ertz. Like, tight end is still weak, but getting JCM at 13-10 I think is pretty sweet. I think that saved the team, to be honest. So that's what this team looks like now. I feel like just considering the Egbuka value we got, Egbuka, Debo, off the bench now. We have Jaden, Achane, JCM, Puka, T, Ertz, Flowers, Travis Hunter. Like, to me, this is like a fine hero RB team now. Scatabo, Bigsby, Egbuka, and Debo off the bench. Like, we're going to be stacked through receiver and flex spot all year. It's just going to be a matter of hitting on a tight end and an RB2, but JCM makes that much more likely now, I think. But I don't know. I don't want to get too over my skis, but that went from like a team that I was upset and I feel like I really fucked up to like now looking at the Egbuka value and the JCM value. I think it's fine. But yeah, that's my yapping about a team we've drafted before where I was really upset about that team at the time. But these things sometimes, Hey, yo, chill, chill, chill. I was in a main with you last year. I was terrible and you missed the playoffs by 30, 40 points. Yeah, a lot of that happened last year, man. How many teams we got? We're at 11 managed teams now. 11. I usually end up around 20. Dude, Scatabo is one of those guys I got a lot of, man. I really like Scatabo. I do. I think he's really good. Oh, you're saying now you're out on Scatabo? I thought you were saying you're lit on Scatabo. Damn, my bad. Yeah, chat was killing me for that team when we drafted it. Dude, 710 Egbuka, man. Remember those days. That's really the poster boy for why drafting early makes a lot more sense. And like I really the play is like during that time I should have done like a big gorilla as a warm up, maybe another big gorilla, and then do a solo main event, because now we're firmly in the territory of like, not that this main event's dead. I don't think any of these are dead. It's just like the really nice values are probably gone. And now really the best plus EV plays now are going to be after the Thursday and Friday games, which is why I make a point to do as many teams as I can that Saturday. But 710 Egbuka, man. Like I'm genuinely concerned. I don't know if I'll get another Egbuka share. I think most likely it won't be in high stakes. It'll be in like my home league or in Nick's league. But I know Nick's been pumping up Egbuka as well for your idiot league mates. So I don't know. It's not even that I don't like Egbuka. It's just that like this is come on, man. I'm not taking 4'11 Egbuka wide receiver 21. I'm not doing it. I love Egbuka. I love him. I think he's sick. But come on, man. I can't pay that price. I can't do it. And it pisses me off. I love Egbuka. I will say, at least my best ball bags are packed. They are packed to the gills. I got a 710 Egbuka already in a managed team, but fuck, man. 5-6 turn is where I'm at. That's the best I can do. Take it or leave it. Let's do Trevor Etienne. I love Trevor Etienne, but I'm probably going to end up cutting him. Yeah, I keep on taking Etienne. I love Etienne, man. I was high on him as a prospect. I think he's better than Rico. I think he's a much better pass catcher than Chuba Hubbard. I think he's more explosive than Chuba Hubbard. It sucks, man. It sucks. Like, there's just like... It's like every draft I'm in is a competition to see who can set the new... This guy was taken the earliest. And again, I love Egbuka. I talk about him nonstop. I've been talking about him. He's maybe my most rostered wide receiver from this draft class in Dynasty for me. I cannot stress enough. I love him. But I don't 4'11 wide receiver 21 love him. I don't 4'11 wide receiver 21 love him, man. And it breaks my heart. I want more Egbuka and managed, but God. I just can't get there. I'd love for him to prove me wrong. I'd love for him to have a Jefferson 17-plus point per game rookie season, but y'all are pricing me out. Yeah, I truly do think he has a wide receiver 1 point per game ceiling. I do. I talked about it in yesterday's video. It doesn't help to add to the fire, but I truly do think that there is an upside scenario where Egbuka was marginalized by all the talent at Ohio State in a similar way that Brian Thomas and Justin Jefferson were, mainly Justin Jefferson, where coming out of school, we thought Jefferson was slot only just because of his usage next to Chase. And then he came to the NFL and was like the best outside wide receiver from day one. I do think there's a chance with Egbuka there that he just wasn't asked to play on the outside, and that he can. His reception perception kind of already hinted at it, that his win rate versus press is so good. I truly do think if Igbuka comes in day one and can play inside outside and is already a really, really strong receiver, it wouldn't shock me. There's just something about the upside of these guys that come from Ohio State and LSU where it's like almost similar, and this is a really weird, I don't know if you guys are going to follow me on this here, but it's almost similar to these guys who play basketball at Kentucky, right? Where like Karl Anthony Towns is such a different player now than he was at Kentucky, where he was like defense only, inside the block. In the NBA now, he can shoot the three and like just do all these things that like Kentucky didn't ask of him. And I feel like when your wide receiver room is that stacked, you can sometimes just get pigeonholed into a role that's just so much smaller than what your true upside is. Which that's what happened to Jefferson. That's what happened to Brian Thomas. And I think there's a chance that it happened to Igbuka. And that's what really keeps me up about his true upside here. But again, my bags are packed. So if he hits, I'll be set. But I just wish I had him on, like, I wish I could get him on like a main event or something, I'm on Subverter down. You guys are probably telling me like a defensive take here. Let's take San Fran. San Fran gets the Seahawks week 1. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, Cats won, but like even like Bam Adebayo, same deal. Bam Adebayo was strictly a flush it and rebound guy. And then he gets to the NBA and he can like dribble and play in space and I'm trying to think of like who else comes to mind, but I think like the Kentucky thing, I think it makes a lot of sense. Where like I just think when these receiver rooms get so stacked and it just gets tough, man. It just gets really tough to maximize everybody's skill set. Is what I'm trying to say. So I don't know. My Twitter link in my bio doesn't work? Damn. All right, here's what I'm going to do, fellas. It's late. I'm just going to spam our kicker queue like we did yesterday. What do we want? Show me Tyler Bass. Why not? What are some other week 1? I know Philly gets a peak. Philly gets a free look, but that's already taken. LAC gets a free look. That's taken. KC gets a good look. I assume that's taken. So now I'm just looking at Subverter down, which I've gotten that question before of like, yo, what's your resource for kickers and defense? I like Subverter down. He's just somebody that I came up with at the same time on Reddit. And I think that he's probably fine. I don't know. Youngwei Koo. Let's do Jason Sanders. Miami. Where are you at? Miami. Give me. Give me. Rams. I like Cardi. Why not? Let me throw Cardi up there a little bit more. But all right. That should do it. We'll put ourselves on auto pick. Here's the final team. We go in a tight end premium. Bowers, Achane, Henderson, Evans, Pickens, Rashee Rice, Olave, Mahomes, Josh Downs, Luther Burden, Chris Godwin, Jerome Ford, Will Shipley, Harold Fannin, Brashard Smith, Damian Pierce, Kareem Hunt, Trevor Etienne, kicker defense. Here's what the team looks like. We'll put Mahomes in at QB. We'll put Achane in at running back. We'll put Hendo in at running back. We'll put Evans in at receiver. Then we'll assume that Rashee Rice plays. None of this matters, by the way, but I think that putting the team in perspective for you guys, I think, helps. So there's the squad. There we are. I like it. I think this is a fun team. I think we are destined for greatness here, but that is going to do it for us today. As always, appreciate you guys watching. I love y'all. If you have a draft coming up here, make sure you check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Ron Stewart. That is what I just used for this draft. It's what I use in all of these drafts. It's what I'm going to use for my home league. It's what I'm going to use for your idiot league mates. Every ranking set that I use will be on patreon.com/Ron Stewart. If you have a draft coming up, make sure you check it out. I have links in the description, live chat, and comment section down below. If you haven't already, subscribe, leave a like. Check out today's video I posted before I went live here, where I talked about the 9 players I haven't drafted yet and I don't plan on drafting in the future. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.